Hello there, my name is Matthew Reyes with the National Endowment for Financial Education, and today we're in Indianapolis, Indiana, talking to advocates and stakeholders on the importance of financial literacy in schools.
I am Marie Castetter. I'm the Securities Commissioner for the state of Indiana. I work for the Securities Division, which is part of the Indiana Secretary of State's office. Current Secretary of State Diego Morales appointed me in this position January 1st. So since I have started in this position, I have become very involved in financial literacy as well as other investor education as well, but financial literacy in particular because I think it's something that is very important for our youth, and not just youth, honestly for all ages, for people to be empowered to make those best decisions they can in order to achieve the goals that they want to achieve. And so as a regulator, we regulate the investor advisors and a lot of stockbroker dealers that would not be under the federal SEC. And so we kind of keep an eye on what's going on in the financial industry. And so you want to make certain that people have the tools that they can make those right decisions when investing. And so financial literacy kind of is part and parcel with that. I wholly support the initiative. I'm very proud that Indiana is now a state that requires some type of financial literacy before a high school student graduates. I've looked at several statistics. In fact, just one recently I read was 1 in 4 students was talked to as a child by their parents about budgeting, about financial decisions and those types of things. And so I don't believe that students are getting the communications from people they trust. Providing financial literacy kind of takes off that edge of the parents required to give them this education or them going out and finding their own answers to these questions and really giving them the tools themselves to make those decisions that they need to make. Our office is very excited about Senate Bill 35. As I began this position earlier this year, having a financial literacy course in the high school was something I saw other states having and felt that we needed to have that here in Indiana and offer it to Hoosier students. And so that was something that I initially started talking within our office about how we could do this. Then I reached out to the treasurer's office and they were on board as well. And then lo and behold, we find out that Senate bill is already in the works, which was great. But then how do we start implementing this? And it should not fall just upon the Department of Education. Department of Education, they are over education. And so when you talk about financial literacy, I think the Treasurer's Office, the Securities Division, we're in prime positions to help them, to support them, provide resources for them, and not step on their toes, but yet provide them whatever they need to help with this new Senate bill requirement. Different demographics, whether it's a rural or whether it's an inner city or whether it's a high school or a college level class. I think it's important to reach across a diverse group of individuals because there are certain communication styles for each different group that you may be trying to reach. How we would speak or work with the grade school teachers and or students would be a little different than the high schools and maybe even those in college. And so we've really been trying to partner with a variety of individuals to get the word across. And I think the other important aspect is the diversity amongst it and making certain that we use language that is acceptable to other diverse groups and not alienate them by certain words. Because I think the one thing about financial literacy that I believe wholeheartedly is it can set an even playing field for all individuals.
To learn more, visit NEFE.org.